Welcome back. We are still talking some high school hoops, and I tell you what, we had a bunch of great games. Not just good this week, we had a bunch of great games, including actually one this afternoon. Dover was hosting Seaford, and the Senators, in a word, they were on fire to open this one up. Mike Douglas knocks that one down, then a few possessions later, Jordan Allen gets into it, and then Douglas one more time there from the top of the arc buries that one as well. Seaford was down big, but trying to fight their way back into this thing. Andres Jones here on the drives finds Kane Hughes down low. He's going to hit that little mid-range jumper. It is pure there from the baseline, but make no mistake, this one was all Dover all day. Nelson Telmack kicks it over to Terrence Woodland, and he's going to put that one in down low. Senators take it 83-52 the final.
And IR was taking on Milford, and this one was the Bucks early on. Dustin Reeder pulls up from the corner and drills the three, and that was the first one of his career, so shout out to him. Indians trying to fight back now. Keywan Major comes up with a steal, and check out that sweet up and under finger roll finish. IR still pushing. Keontae Sturgis goes baseline and finds Devon Justice, who connects on the short jumper, but Milford would close the door early in this one. Son Martinez, this time from the land of plenty, puts it in for three of his game-high 21 points as Milford takes this one 58-31.
And Del Mar was hosting Pocomoke on Tuesday night. The Warriors jumping out to the quick lead here. Tyler Nixon gets the steal, sends it up to Dejor Mills, and he glides in for the easy deuce. But back come the Wildcats. Larry Ennis facing a boxing one all night long. It didn't slow him down too much. Gets there to the rack, finishes for the end one. He had 19 in this one. Then it would be Pocomoke's turn. Raybear Smith gets the rip there. He sends it over to Nixon, who gets the bucket on the fast break, and then the Warriors would put this thing away. Back on the run one more time. Nixon to Mills, another layup, but they got those all night long. Pocomoke takes it 77-65.
And also earlier today, Woodbridge was taking on Newark. First up here, Woodbridge's Jemai Ross gets the steal, drives it to the hoop, and does a fancy up and under for the finish. The Blue Raiders back at it again. It's the block party, and Cherie Best was the host. He swats the ball away there, gets another one right there, and then he will finish off this same play with a nice lay-in. But Newark held on to the lead. James Bond, what a great name, gets the inbounds pass and knocks down a half-court shot. Buzzer beater in the first half. Newark takes this one 59-51.
That's a tough loss for Woodbridge, but wow, I mean, another just completely wild week. The top of the standings stay about the same. Everything else, I mean, it's a shuffle right now.
It shakes us up every single week, and we did see some matchups. I don't want to be obvious, but Del Mar and Laurel, okay? We've been waiting for it. So we have our very own Trey Miles standing beside. What do your power rankings look like this week, Trey?
Angela, they're all over the place once again. You know, it seems like it's been a long time coming, but we are finally in that final stretch. Regular season wrapping up in 2 weeks and on to the playoffs. Got a feeling these teams in my top 5 will be making a deep run into the state playoffs. Maryland rankings will lead it off. Why sitting at 15-1 on the season, still at the top. Huge game on Tuesday when they try to avenge that heartbreaking loss to my number 3 Parkside. Pocomoke still up at 2. Kent County back in my rankings for the first time in 3 weeks, replacing Bennett. When you lose the best player, Bennett, you lose in my rankings. Next, on to Delaware. Stop me if you heard this before. P-Tech, 14-1 on the year. I do not see them going anywhere. Coach Sean Phillips and his Laurel Bulldogs up to number 2 after their big win over number 4 Del Mar. Bulldogs are now in the driver's seat of the Henlope and South. Smyrna down from 2, losers of 2 of their last 3, and without their best player, hope to have Stedman Kapana back sometime soon. They really need that guy. Del Mar still has time to climb, knowing they have their eyes on that rematch, and so do we. Sussex Tech climbs back up into my rankings. Winners of 7 of their last 9. Shawan Sykes and the Ravens looking to finish out the season strong. Guys?
Not too bad, Trey. I mean, pretty similar in this. I mean, I got over in Maryland, the Tribe clearly at number 1 right now. I got Parkside at 2 over Pocomoke still. Washington at 4, and Kent County works their way back in. Bennett is just in a free fall, it feels like right now. Over in Delaware, Pauley, I'm saying they are head and shoulders above everybody else.
Always, every week.
Got Laurel at number 2, so I hope Coach Phillips finally appreciates. Go ahead and get me on the phone and let me know how you feel about that one, Coach. Smyrna in at 3. Sussex Tech, I'm going to put at 4 ahead of Del Mar. Del Mar's having a pretty tough stretch right now. They dropped down to number 5.
So why is it that I have the same thing for you in Maryland? Okay, why high? Then I'm going to go Parkside, Poco, Washington, Kent County. I did get to see them play, so I have a lot of respect for Kent County. I think they rightfully earned that one, even without Bennett following the way that they did. On to the Delaware side. I'm going to go Polytech. I'm going to keep Smyrna up there because I do think there was an injury. I think that they can pull it off. I am putting Laurel at number 3. They were not in my top 5. They moved up quick, and then we've got Del Mar at number 4, waiting for that matchup again, and then Sussex Tech pulling in at number 5.
Your Twitter's about to blow up.
I know. I'm waiting for it. Please tweet me.
Well, it's time for another quick commercial break, but coming up next, you gotta see it to believe it. Lacrosse season is back already. SU had their first home game of the year today. Highlights on the way.
My name is Matt Dykstra. I'm a senior forward at Delmarva Christian, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.